If you have ADHD and struggle to drive, or feel like you're a bad driver, or don't have your license, you are not alone. And I wish that I knew that a lot earlier than I did. I just learned that about 2 years ago when I started therapy. My therapist helped me to understand that ADHD is not a deficit of attention so much as it is an inability to manually regulate your focus. So we struggle with deciding what to focus on and switching our focus between more than one thing compared to other people. And so when you consider that and driving, it makes sense that driving is hard for people with ADHD. And that is because there are so many elements of it that you have to switch between. You have to switch between making sure that you're going the right speed, making sure that you're reading all of the important road signs, paying attention to stoplights. You have to pay attention to traffic on all sides of you, but especially in front of you and behind you. Raining or it's dark, then that adds in other things that you have to do in addition to these things. And so you have to kind of juggle your focus between at least 3 to 4 different things every few seconds the whole time that you're driving. And that is a huge strain to put on a brain that is not great at switching their focus between multiple things. I took driver's training as a teenager at the typical age, but I just found it so overwhelming that it just gave me so much anxiety. And nobody seemed to understand why I thought it was hard. And people would, with good intent, say things like, "What are you talking about? You're plenty smart enough to learn how to drive." And it's it's not about stereotypical intelligence. It's about my brain's ability to switch between tasks. I intellectually understand how to drive, but actually being able to do it is another thing. And I have only understood that for not even 2 years now. And that really stinks because for years I just thought, what is wrong with me that this is so hard for me, or that I perceive it as so hard and nobody else seems to think it is hard or should be hard. It just didn't make sense. And so all I knew to do was to feel bad about my emotional reaction to it. And it helps a lot just to have compassion for myself in understanding why it's hard for me. That's